Early mornings are my favorite time of the day. I wake up at around 4 o'clock in the morning and always work to around 8 or 9 o'clock before I actually get outside and start my day. I don't know why I like the mornings. There's just something super peaceful and very productive about it. Getting outside, taking a look at where you stayed that night, and enjoying the scenery. No, I didn't sleep here. I did sleep down the street though. This one sadly had a great big sign that said no overnight parking. Sometimes the most beautiful places, they don't let you stay there. But in van life, that doesn't mean you can't pull up there in the morning and enjoy the sunrise from that very spot that says no overnight camping. Our little cruisy bear is doing so much better. We've been taking him outside like a bazillion times a day to make sure he pees a lot. We also have him on a ton of fluid, so hopefully we don't have a reoccurrence of what put him in the hospital the very first time. If you missed that video, go back a couple of days. You'll see exactly what happened to our little sweet boy. Anyway, guys, today, I don't know what we're up to. We're just hitting the road and hitting the shop. Where are we, buddy? We're at the shop, Cruz. You wanna come see what I got you? Hey, buddy. How you doing today? How you doing, buddy? It's good, nice to have you back. Look what I got. Can you see that? Can you see what's in there? Me? Let me see your tail wiggling, buddy. Let me see your tail wiggling. Yeah, it's a little present for you, buds. Are you ready? Are you ready? Whoa. Hey. Whoa. This is all yours, bro. Look at this little tail. I got this for you, buddy. Hey, your own piece of furniture, bro. Yeah, I got this for you. Yeah, you're welcome. Look at the love he's giving me. Hey? You okay, buddy? Maybe let's take your collar off. Yep, I got junk food in one of my cupboards here. I figured while Cruzy's relaxing, we would roll the entertainment center over to the new couch. Hey, Cruzy, what do you say? How we roll this around us here? And we point it right at the couch, and then we can watch movies.
Dr. Charles calls it flipping the script.
Don't know if I could have done it.
Yeah.
Okay, I should probably get off my butt and do something. I think it's time to move all of this stuff over here and get that wall painted. There we go. I got all the screws taken out. Wall just needs a good cleaning, like a good wipe down. I think this thing's ready for paint. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Dun, 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 dun. Sneaky, sneaky, peeky. Boom. What? Look it. So the only problem is there's some yellowing coming through from the wood behind. You guys can see it there? It's not everywhere, so that's white, that's yellow. And some spots are worse than others. Like you can see the corner of this board is completely yellow. So something from the wood is coming through the latex paint. That means this wall needs to be painted with an oil paint just to bury it all. I didn't paint the wall. I actually hired the neighbor lady to paint the wall. There's a painting company right next door to the shop here. Just because I'm taking care of Cruzy right now and I want to make sure he gets all the time that he needs, and I didn't want him to be in here while I was painting with the smell of the paint and stuff. Just want to give Cruzy all the love he deserves right now. But she was telling me that latex isn't cutting it. We're gonna have to oil the entire wall. So I don't know, she'll probably be doing that today or tomorrow or I don't know, sometime soon. We done. We out. I gotta stop doing that. One of these days I'm gonna hurt my back. One of these days I'm gonna be like, yeah, and you're gonna see me go, uh-oh, uh-oh. All right, let's go do something. Looks like we're gonna make it on to the next ferry, which means we got about a 40-minute wait, and that's about it. I've had a hard time lately getting my battery charge up. Like, it's been bouncing between like 30 and 50%. I've been using my heater a lot more, but even my alternator doesn't look like it's inputting a ton of power. The most I've seen it input lately has been about 160 watts. And a lot of times when I start my vehicle in the morning, this thing shows me it's like 350 watts or so. But lately it's been producing a lot less. Damn, look at that rig. That is wild. Looks like he has a converted trailer over here with an awning. It's got some roof vents up there. You can't see them from here, but wow, that's cool. Heck yeah, dude. I don't know why. Every time I come back to Vancouver, Squamish just starts pulling me in. We're in Squamish. Since Cruzy's eating better, I'm trying to eat a little bit better myself. It's only fair. No, we're gonna take care of each other. He's like, yeah, let me eat some of that. You can't have any more of this stuff anymore, buddy. We gotta be careful with your tummy now. Hey, wait a minute. I know that red shovel. I'd recognize that red shovel anywhere.
Yeah, I got strapped on there this time.
What's up, bud?
Not much, you?
Come back.
No, thanks.
All right.
Yeah.
Look how jacked up the back of this thing is. Look at that clearance. That is insane. That's a good park job. These guys, they're kind of a little out of the line there. Everybody is. What's wrong with people? Look at them all. I see everybody around here is parked like dicks.
Am I crooked too?
Me and Mr. Share in the Wild are going out for coffee here at the Information Center in Squamish. It's the funky little round building when you're driving into town. And they have a nice little coffee shop in here. And souvenirs and all the information you would need to do anything here in this amazing adventure town of Squamish. I walked all the way up there just to, I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I did that. It's after 3:30.
Okay.
We can just go to Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons.
Do it the Canadian way.
Okay.
I don't know why we say that, because Tim Hortons is owned by an American company.
Was it started by a Canadian though?
It was started by Canadian, but now
Now it's American.
Burger King owns it.
Burger King owns it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an American thing now. You know how excited I am to have you back sitting there. Hey, you got some of your dinner on your lips, buddy. I'm glad to have you back. You can steal my seat anytime you want. Okay? Anytime. Was that Christmas one already, bro?
Yeah.
Bro. My favorite Timbit of all time right now is the pumpkin spice one. Yummy. It was nice to go out for coffee with Joseph. Now we're staying at the good old classy Walmart in Squamish tonight. Sounds like I have another squeak coming from the front of my van. So I got the grinding serpentine belt tensioner bearing thing fixed. I can hear like a belt squeak. You don't hear it when it's idling, but when I put my foot on the gas. You can hear that? Hear that squeak? Look how gross that is. Outside for 2 minutes and you're soaked to the complete core. But I'm a little bit excited because the Squamish Valley is beautiful this time of year. It's usually foggy, hazy with the river, the snow-capped mountains, and just the cloudiness sometimes. Makes for really good footage. So maybe we'll head out to the Squamish Valley tomorrow. As of right now, I'm crawling in my van because I am soaked. Oh my gosh. Sharing a while in there. Night, buddy. I bought some new towels. All my towels right now are in the wash and they're wet. And then Cruzy peed on the floor a couple of times right after his surgery. Peed on these, and it's really hard to get the smell of urine out of this stuff sometimes. So I've left those in a bag in the front. We're gonna try and wash them, but I bought some new ones from Walmart. These ones are $4, $3.97. I've been using these ones since I very first started my van life. At $4, you can't complain. Oh. Okay. Yeah. How you doing, buddy? How you feeling? Our little rock star there is still on painkillers and antibiotics until we run out. Looks like there's about another 5-day more supply. So he gets antibiotics every 12 hours and pain meds every 8 hours. And sometimes after the pain meds, he gets a little bit on the dopey side. But our little rock star is doing so much better. Aren't you, buddy? The other day in the shop, I was talking about needing overalls. Coveralls? Coveralls. Overalls are the ones that farmers wear, right? With the little snaps. Okay, no, these are coveralls. So I went on to Amazon and bought myself some Dickies ones. Ready? Oh yeah, buddy. Look at this. Daddy's gonna be in the shop looking all official. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. Don't judge me. I love it that we're back into turn on the heat kind of weather. Oh, so good. Oddly satisfying to turn this thing on. My Webasto heater has been in here for 1 year. 0 problems so far. Cruzy's like, yeah, Dad, I digging this. So the heaters are very noisy. You can hear it. That's just like the 12-volt fan blowing all the heat out, and it's got this just noise. You can't stop it. If you want the heat on, you got to deal with the noise. When I first moved into the van, I was using propane for heat. The first heater I had was the Mr. Buddy, and you could hear a little hissing noise the whole time it was being used. Then I had the Olympian Wave 3 heater, which is silent, completely silent. And I had that heater for probably the longest run so far in the van was the Olympian Wave 3. Now I got this thing. We don't have quiet nights in the van anymore. When my van used to be warm from the Olympian Wave 3 heater, it was quiet in here. And now I gotta deal with that. You kind of get used to the humming noise, and I know now that little sound means we're gonna be cozy and comfy even on the coolest of nights. But on YouTube right now, you're gonna notice a lot of people making videos about their heaters not firing and not working. And for me this year, I ran my heater during the summer. I would fire it up once a week. Sometimes I'd forget and it would be every 2 weeks. But I tried to fire it as many times as I can. My thought process on that was, if I continue to fire it all the time, then I know when it gets cold, it'll just fire up, because it fired up last week for me when it wasn't cold. And a lot of people, they just forget about their heater in the summer, and it never turns on. It was just kind of, for me, in my process, was a preventative way to just make sure that I was always going to be good to go. The main reason why I wanted to come back to the big city over here was to pick up a few things I had at my mailbox, and I ordered a couple things that will be in a few days. I'm pretty excited about them, actually. Since I knew I was coming over here, I'm like, well, might as well make some use of Amazon and order some stuff. I have a set of speakers coming for the shop, so we can have a bit of sound in there instead of me always trying to set up something every time. It'd be nice just to plug in and have something in the shop on a permanent basis. And I ordered a bench vise. It was supposed to be in today, but apparently the package just didn't show up yet. I was hoping to be able to grab it. But yeah, I ordered a big bench vise, like a 7-inch wide jaw front bench vise. I got a super cheap one the other day, but it's pretty tiny. I think that's only like a 3 or probably a 4-inch jaw on the bench vise. So if you don't know what a bench vise is, it's the big metal thing that bolts to your bench, and then you can open it up and tighten things up in it. I don't know, I'm trying to explain this for someone who doesn't know what they are. But I want to put the little vise on one bench and the big vise on the other one. And I think having two of them is great, just in case somebody else is in there and needs to use the other one, or I got two things on the go that could use two bench vises. They were actually very cheap. The one I have at the shop now, the little one, I think I got it for $39. And the big one I just ordered from Amazon was only $79 or something, which is pretty great. When you hear a clunking noise in your van and you're like, was that something shifting, or do we have a very large animal in here? Hello? Anybody in there? But I'm actually really excited about having a bit of a sound system in the shop. It's just a couple of powered speakers, something I can plug my phone and stuff into, and just because the other day I was setting up my Bluetooth speaker, and then when my Bluetooth speaker is connected to my phone, it just rings, and it'd be nice to have something I can plug my DJ computer into and just play music from there, because I have tons of cool music on my DJ computer. Got a little foggy in here though from us coming in here with all of our wet jackets. Walmart, baby. Good old classy Walmart. What's up, Sharing the Wild? How you doing, buddy? It's a box truck right there. And I don't know if that's my buddy Clancy or not. The only way I know what my buddy Clancy's box truck looks like is his back door. I know exactly what his back door looks like, but I can't see it from here. So while we're on the discussion of van things, I'm having a small issue with charging these days. Maybe my power needs inside of my vehicle have gone up since last poor solar season, because we're into that right now. We're cloudy and rainy, and our sun is no longer above us. It's now way over there, like over the south, which means our flat solar panels are getting sun at an odd angle, so we're not getting optimal solar. That's a Canadian problem thing we have up here. And I haven't been driving as much, but going back and forth to Cruz's vet over those 4 days, I did drive a fair amount. Still not enough to charge my batteries. And another thing is I've been parking inside the shop, and inside the shop I'm not getting solar, and there's been plenty of sunny days where my van should have just been outside in the sun, but I wasn't thinking. So let me show you what's going on. Currently right now, I think my power needs are up because I just finished converting the fridge side of my fridge freezer to a freezer. So instead of having a fridge freezer, I now have a freezer because I've gotten more raw food for Cruz. So I decided that if I want to have a beer, I'll just throw the beer in the freezer for a little bit, cool it down, and then have a beer. And this time of year, I can get away with putting all my vegetables and stuff like that in just the back cubbies in the back corner, because it's cool enough back there, because that wood is fairly decently thick, that when you box it in and the opening is towards the back door, none of this heat gets into those cupboards, you know, because they're down below in the back, so they're not really exposed to the air that's inside of the main part of my home here. So that's where I'm sticking my veggies for now for the winter. But I definitely have One side of the freezer for me, the other side of the freezer for Mr. Cruzy Bear. So currently we're pulling 166 watts of power, 169 watts of power. That's a substantial amount of juice being pulled out of the vehicle. That's got these lights on and the lights in the front. I have a lot of lighting on right now because we're filming. It just makes the shot look a little bit better. But that's insane, 160 watts of pull. So let's find out. So it's starting to wind down now. We'll wait till this heater shuts off. So we're at 107 watts of pull. I'm having a hard time keeping them above 50% state of charge right now. And I do have lithium batteries, the Life Po 4 ones, or whatever you want to call those things. So they can be ran down to 20%. But by the time I get up in the morning, they will be at 20% if I happen to turn this heater on anymore tonight. But doing general use in my van, charging my phone, charging my camera. Today I charge my drone, I charge my laptop for editing. So just general daily use, there's not enough power coming in. So I've always wanted, never needed, wanted a high output alternator for my van. And I think now is the time that I'm going to upgrade and get myself a high output alternator, which should ideally be shoving a ton of power back here. My DC to DC charge controller can only let in 50 amps, I believe. Don't hold me on that one. But it will only allow about 50 amps of power to go into my lithium batteries. But it's way more than what I'm getting right now. That is 100% for sure. I get a little frustrated with that. You know, I drive enough that I get tons of power. My batteries do just fine with just the amount of driving that I'm doing. But lately with Cruise, there really wasn't a lot of driving. Like I would drive like a half an hour to the vet clinic and a half an hour back, and then we did some running around while he was in there. But for the most part, we just sat outside there all day long, you know? Maybe that's it. Maybe I just need to drive around more. But if you really think about that, think about it. If you're using driving as your main source for charging, you better be driving a fair amount or have an alternator that's pushing a ton of power backwards. And nothing back here that's going to stop that power too, because your charging unit back here that connects to your batteries needs to be able to allow that power through. This one back here, I believe, stops at 50 amps. So if there's 300 amps coming in, only 50 amps will make it through my DC to DC charge controller unit back here. So those just things you need to be kind of conscious and mindful of. But anyway, guys, I think we've babbled on enough. I'm really excited to be back here in Squamish. I get this sometimes. I don't know, there's some places in this world, well, there's some places in BC anyway, that suck me in every time, and Squamish is one of them. I'm pretty pumped tomorrow to drive down the Squamish Valley Road and go adventure down there a little bit. Fingers crossed that the river hasn't washed the road out, because that's a common occurrence down there. But yeah, I'm gonna go out there and sit in the rain and, you know, put the awning out and go enjoy some nice time out there. Maybe you'll have to tune back in tomorrow and find out. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, thanks for listening to me chat, and I'll see you later. Mr. Cruzy is so, oh my gosh, we're so excited to have him back. Hey buddy, hey Cruzy, my little sweet boy. What are you doing over there, weirdo? Cruzy was just passed out sleeping, and he heard that. He just jumped up and said, "What was that?" Yeah, it's nice, man. I like having the little pop out. It's nice.
Yeah, I wish my back window did that, but I open it and everything gets wet.
Oh yeah, yours opens up on an angle. Bro, do you have any clothes on?
Nope.
The weird things that happen at Walmart. Van life. Never a dull day, that is for sure. I love living in my van, and if you guys want to continue following my journey, hit the subscribe button. Yep, just that little button. Just pop that button, bada boom, and you guys can follow us every day. Okay, I'm going to stop talking because I've talked a lot today. And listen, yep, still raining. Talk to you soon.